Oh, okay. This is how we say welcome in Benin City. So welcome back to the heartbeat of the nation. I am Nengi Enes Ademola, and I'm right here live at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, the fortress of the defending champions, Edo Queens. Now, Dannaz ladies roll into the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, 7th on the log, with 22 points behind Edo Queens and 1 win all through the season. However, the first meeting between both sides in match day 4 at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, that was in Lagos, the game ended 1-1, and the goals were courtesy of Goodness Osigwe from Edo Queens and Omotoke Ogunfua, that is from Dannaz ladies. So the big question is, will Edo Queens, make their routine win, or there will be an upset today from bottom side Dannaz ladies? We'll find out by 4 p.m. Meanwhile, preceding today, match day 12, match day 11 last week saw lots of games from both Group A and Group B. And talking about both teams, we had 9 goals apiece from the 2 groups, which is Group A and Group B, with Nasarawa Amazons getting the biggest win last week in match day 11. And we also saw FC Robo Queens ending the unbeaten run of Rivers Angels so far this season. And also, early goals were saw in match week 11. And that included a hat-trick scored within 24 minutes by Janet Akeke Koromowe, that's of Nasarawa Amazons. And back to today's game, we're going to be seeing Edo Queens, defending champion of the Nigerian Women Football League, take on Dannaz ladies, who are 7th on the log. And going to be mind-blowing, very interesting. Edo Queens might be going a run for a routine win, or we might see something better from the Dannaz ladies. right, right now, back to the game for today. We are going to be speaking with the media officer of Edo Queens, and he's none other than Nosakare Iguma, and he joins me right about now. Good evening, Nosa. How are you doing? So lovely to
Good
see
evening,
you.
Nengi. Thank you for having me join you this evening.
Absolutely. I'm glad that you're here. And right about now, let's talk about Edo Queens. We've seen how they have performed this season. Now, I feel, in my opinion, that they are even doing much more better in terms of numbers this season other than last season. But let's start. Right back, of course, we have the game coming forward by 4 p.m. and that's between Edo Queens and Dannaz ladies. We have a whole lot to talk about as it concerns this game, most especially because it is between a top side and a bottom side. And right there with me, I have Bolaji Jokaola, who will join me in an analysis of this game today. And we're going to start from Dannaz ladies FC this season. Bolaji, you.
Think about the game that is yet.
Okay. We just spoke, I think earlier on, we were talking about the weather condition for today. It was a heavy sunshine, turns to a heavy downpour. Obviously, right now I'm looking outside the window and it has dried up. So I'm thinking today's match is going to go on as smoothly as possible. But let's talk about Dannaz ladies. They're bottom side, 7th on log, 22 points behind Edo Queens, and they have just one win all throughout the season. I mean, first and foremost, what can we make out of Dannaz ladies' season? This season I'm talking about, because last season they were much more better.
Yeah, talking about Dannaz ladies, they've not had the best of the season since we have seen the increment of teams right now in the NWFL. But we should not also forget that Dannaz ladies, they are trying to rejuvenate themselves.
Yeah.
Not fall into the relegation spots. Like you mentioned, they're only on 7 points, and we see Conference Queen seated bottom of the table with 4 points. And we've still got about 3 more match days, 2 more matches actually to go right now in the NWFL. Here is an opportunity for Dannaz ladies to maintain their spot in the NWFL Premiership, top flight of women football in Nigeria. As for Dannaz ladies, they've been on a 2-game drawing streak. I'm going to say unbeaten streak. You still want to call it that after they played out a 1-1 draw against Ekiti. Prior to then, they played out a goalless draw against Abia Angels. This is a side that are trying to maintain their place in the NWFL Premiership, and they will be giving their best to remain there.
Absolutely, they will be giving their best to remain there. Like Bolaji rightly stated, he stated that we have just 2 match games to go. This is match day 11, and we have match day 13 and 14 before the end of the regular season for the 2024 and 2025 Nigerian Women Football League season. So right now we've been able to talk about how they have been faring this season, myself and Bolaji. So now let's talk about the game proper today. One of their highest goal scorer in person of Omotoke Ogunfunwa, she was the one who scored the goal, the lone goal they scored when Edo Queens conceded at Lagos. That was in match day 4 at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. So let's talk about her. I mean, what do you expect from the team today? Would you see them performing as usual? When I say as usual, maybe performing higher today, or it's just going to be the abysmal performance we've seen, no goals, or maybe just a goal, just to, add it up or reduce the deficit, which Edo Queens might be giving.
Get as for this Oguntoke Omofuwa you mentioned, she is the highest goal scorer of Dannaz ladies. 2 goals so far.
Just 2 goals.
2 out of 5 goals. That is a good percentage. I'll call it 40% of goals are scored by Dannaz ladies. The Lagos girls, it has been scored by this lady who came on loan from Remo Stars ladies to join up with Dannaz ladies. She could not get the starting shirt right there, but she has been able to prove herself right there playing for Dannaz ladies. As for today's match, I would expect Dannaz ladies to put up a fight. They have to remain in the NWFL Premiership. They need to fight for it, and for them to fight for their side to remain in the top flight of Nigerian women football, they must put up a fight. Even if they have to pick only 1 point from this encounter, it will obviously boost our girls, boost their morale to remain in the NWFL this season.
All right, they have just this season so far, 7th on the log, and hopefully they have to put up a fight to see what they can do in order to avoid relegation, in order to survive this season. So let's see how it is going to go. But let's go over and talk about Edo Queens season. Like I was saying before, I think based on numbers, they're doing much more better this season. We want to talk about how the first stanza went. We want to talk about the second stanza. Right now, it is Edo Queens who is still unbeaten. Right now, we can say they have 11 match days unbeaten run. Aside from that, in Group B, we also have Bayelsa Queens who are now unbeaten. So we have just 2 teams. But let's narrow it down to Edo Queens. Edo Queens have been performing amazingly well. We've seen a team whereby, I mean, goals can come from any angle. It can come from the attackers, it can come from the defense, and it can also come from midfielders. So on today's game, I mean, it's of course a bottom side fighting for relegation, but we want to put in. What are you expecting from the girls today? Talking about Edo Queens.
Game we're expecting from Edo Queens. But one thing we should also notice and also observe with Edo Queens is the fact that they already have sealed qualification for the Super 6, and this is an opportunity for Moses Aduku to try out some fringe players within the side. But expectedly, we want this team to pick up the victory. We want this team to go unbeaten in the regular season of the NWFL. But here's one interesting thing about the NWFL. It doesn't matter if you are going unbeaten in the league. All that really matters is you winning the NWFL Super 6. That is where the sight of the manager, Moses Aduku, has to be set on. But for this particular game against Dannaz ladies, I would, like I said earlier on, expect a fight from Dannaz ladies in this one. But for Edo Queens, they are unbeaten alongside the Bayelsa Queens you mentioned in Group B of the NWFL. They still maintain that record in Group A of the NWFL. Big game forward for Edo Queens. Expectedly a victory from this side. But it's really going to be a tough one because one side is battling relegation, but Edo Queens, they don't really have anything to fight for. So expectedly, Edo Queens go for the victory, but I won't be surprised if I see probably different tactics, different formation, different players starting expectedly than we see of Edo Queens. But for this game, Edo Queens, they don't really have much to fight for. Probably just
because they've been able to seal
very much. They've sealed what's really important to them. That is the Super 6 tickets.
And how about the unbeaten run? Do you feel like that doesn't matter at this point also? Or do you actually want them to go throughout the season unbeaten? Let's go unbeaten. And then because we have the Super 6 coming up. And when you talk about the Super 6, it's going to be a mixture. Teams from Group B, you know, you would definitely face teams from Group B and all of that. So does that unbeaten run really matter in the NWFL?
What really matters in the NWFL is whoever wins the title. You can go unbeaten. In fact, you can go unbeaten in the Super 6 if you draw all 5 games you'll be playing, and you eventually might not win the title. No one cares about those records. All what people care about is the title. It is the trophy, and that is where the sight of the team should be focused on.
Absolutely, and I think that Coach Moses Aduku is trying his possible best to make sure that he is focused on finishing the season unbeaten. I mean, they've come a long way, right, Bolaji? 11 match days unbeaten. You could as well just finish 14 unbeaten and then move over to the Super 6. Of course, we're wishing them all the very best, wishing Dannaz ladies the very best fight for this game today. Let's see. When it comes to throughout the season, they've considered less away from home. In the first stanza, they considered about 3 goals away from home. Of the second stanza, also considered 3 goals away. And in the first stanza, it was 7 goals home, which was quite different from in the second. Probably be able to concede less today from Edo Queens?
We are playing against Edo Queens. This is a side that is very, very proficient in front of goal, and we'll be expecting that proficiency coming from Edo Queens in this particular game. Goals will definitely rain, just like the clouds opened and rained today. But the answer is, will it be more than 3 goals? Will it be more than 4 goals? We just have to wait until the end of 90 minutes for that to be decided.
All right. You want to make a prediction? Do you want to make a prediction?
Obviously,
for this
Edo
game?
Queens to win with a wide margin above 3 goals is what I'm predicting.
Above 3 goals. All right. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you so much. All right, there you have it. Analysis both from Dannaz ladies, both about Dannaz ladies and about Edo Queens. So let's see which side goes for the win today. I am Nengi Ernest Ademola, and I will be handing you over to Yola Adeleke, who is standing by for the game commentary. I will see you during halftime. Thank you.
It is white sky covering the entire red soil of Edo State, the heartbeat of the greatest black nation on earth, Nigeria. Two sides face off against each other tonight. One in yellow at the summit of Group A, and the other in blue, white on 7th position in Group A. It promises to be a very great night tonight at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, as we all look forward to seeing a great game for today between these two sides, Edo Queens and Dannaz Ladies. It is a match between two sides facing off against each other today, and we have Edo Queens sitting top of the table on 29 points and Dannaz Ladies on 7 points. This is one of those games that the team must get a maximum point if staying back in the league next season is anything to go by, as the team currently occupies 7th position with 7 points, and a defeat for them in today's game with Conference Queens getting a win would be a very massive one. But Conference Queens, having played a game earlier, you want to say that the draw secured in that one could give Dannaz Ladies some kind of respite before going into match day 13. 2 games will be left after today's game in the first stanza of the NWFL Premiership 2024-2025 season, of which you must definitely gather as many points as possible if you want to escape relegation. Edo Queens already having secured their place in the Super 6 that is yet to have a date, will be hoping to complement their fantastic run so far this season. Looking forward to making their fans happy, and as well continuing on extending their lead at the summit of Group A. They have behind them Remo Stars Ladies, who despite getting a maximum point today, if that happened to be don't want to compare what the comparison of the table is to tell us what the two teams are going to put up today on this large screen of the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium at Benin City in Edo State. We have the center referee already waiting for the players to come around and kickstart the match for us. Time check is 4:02 p.m. live from the commentary box. Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Edo State. This is the voice of Ayola Adeleke, and I'll be on the solo this evening. I'll be getting some moment to give you updates coming in from this one. Interesting match feed as well for you to get to know what is at stake. Edo Queens, they have 29 points, I said earlier, with 11 games played, and they have 2 games left. I'm sure the team would want to be the first to win all their games and going on beating in the season. Well, last week it was 2 teams. There were 2 teams that were unbeaten, but one of them fell by the wayside. With Edo Queens, the girls in yellow already on the turf and warming up for the kick-off of this match. Well, it is going to be a great day. So why not just sit back, relax, and make the best of complete in this match. And that is the kickoff from Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, Benin City, with Edo Queens starting the initiative in this game. The yellow girls are on the ball. I'm sure that one of the things that will come up for them in this match is to get early goals as early as possible, and probably start promoting the first leg of this match in the vast result took place at the Legacy Pitch in Lagos, to the Center of Excellence, with both teams sharing the spoils. 1-1 it ended. The venue of the first match, the first leg, popular Onikon Stadium, has seen a series of great games played on it, and Edo Queens and Dannaz is also happy to be one of those games. In a game that many have thought that the Benin ladies would go and garner the entire point, but it wasn't to be, as they were forced to run off against the Dannaz ladies. A goal courtesy of Goodness Osigwe in the first leg helped the Edo Queens to get this 1 point. And I want to say that the highest goal scorer for Dannaz ladies this season with 2 goals of Motoke Okufua had 1 goal back in that game. 2 goals she scored in total this season for our team. Only 3 players have scored in this team this season. That is quite hilarious when you ask me, but it's what it is. 1 goal from Ogbemudia and the other from Raji Zanion. They will be looking forward to getting an additional goal for themselves this season. One of the best places they want to do that is at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, Benin City. They put on the ball. Dannaz ladies. God is still there, but the ball is now back in the Queens possession. Taking awarded, taking. The Queens taking time to find the best route to hit their opponent. Just we have the first goal of the match. What a run from the right flank of the midfield into the box. The ball was well laid down for MMSN. Calmly, accurately, clinically put the ball into the back of the net for the first goal of the game and the first for the Benin girls in today's game. The first goal scored in the 3rd minute by MMSN, Taris remaining on the corner for the WAFU B defending champions. Now we can settle down and enjoy the best of this game because it promises to be a game full of goals. I want to say that it rained earlier, water from the sky. This time around, it's about to start raining goals. 1 goal already in the 3rd minute of the game. Keep fingers crossed to see how many we have left to shake the right foot. That ball was taken away from Amarachi. And Dannaz lady advances to the box of Edo Queens, but taken again. Amarachi in possession. Finds Ireti. Ireti on the ball. Connect with Winifred. Winifred finding Ireti once again, and Amarachi back on the ball. A good pass she tried to make in there, but there will be no yellow jersey that will be connecting with the ball. And as ladies, goalkeeper happy with once again in the first 30 minutes of the game. I'm sure this is not what she had in plan before the kickoff of this. This is football, never can say. Where precisely Marachi pulling down opponent. Dannaz Ladies will have a free kick just at the edge of the center circle. Ball brings into the box. And the Dolphins regains possession. Two players down on the turf. One for Dannaz Ladies and one for the Dolphins. Central referee calls for the medics. Bashiru on the turf for Dannaz Ladies. Goal of the match. Tommy Reed on the top four of the team. Dannaz Ladies, the goalkeeper, Happy Woody was happy to grab that one and deny the Bees from getting the second as early as you want to say. The Bees once again advances. And the really felt with 1-2 pass. And the later was brought down the turf. Moses Chioma. Chioma on the ball. Finds Anjomiri. Anjomiri back to Moses Chioma. He tries to go past our opponent, but she was stopped on the ball. Midfield battle in there. Edo Queens in control. A quick pass there from MMSCN. Find its way to the feet of Saidat Adebiyi. Dannaz Ladies back in possession. A good pass in there towards the left flank of Dannaz Ladies. That was a fine pass by Dannaz Ladies forward into the box. But the referee's whistle is already up for an offside. Adebi. She goes past one. That should be a free kick for Edo Queens with Winifred Ayobora brought down. 22 meters away from goal. And John Mary and Amarachi Doma on the ball. Who takes it? That definitely will create a confusion for the goalkeeper. Happy Wobu, who is mounting a wall. And John Mary takes the ball, left the goalkeeper motionless, and that goal for Edo Queens. What a goal! That comes so easy for Edo Queens. And you want to say that we are in to count as many goals as possible in today's match. The first leg didn't go this way. It ended 1-1 away at the Onikon Stadium, Mobolaji Johnson Arena. But now, 2 goals already have been scored, not by the two sides, but by the home side. Edo Queens, who definitely are not going to take off their feet from the pedal. Talking about the number of goals they've scored this season, wanting to score more. Number of points they've been able to rack up this season, wanting to get more points. There is no better way to keep yourself in good momentum going into the Super Series than this. With Edo Queens making 3 now. See, there was some confusion there from the second assistant referee trying to raise the flag, and I think that somehow deceived the Dannaz Lady defense. But then it was a game played on. Yeah. Just as I rightly said, offside called, and Dannaz Ladies will be taking that one. Dannaz Ladies on the ball with a clearance there. Ball back to Amarachi Udoma in the midfield. Connecting with Ireti. And another ball thrown into the final third of Edo Queens. But blocked there once again by Dannaz Ladies. Edo Queens back in possession. Maratu Doma with Winifred Ayobora coming up with some kind of synergy in the midfield there with good passes to each other. And to some extent they've been able to peg back their opponent, who are now trying to find a breakthrough. But they will be denied another breakthrough once again. Look, is back on the ball. And that will be a throw-in. That should be Shaidat Adebi down on the turf. That's going to be the first substitution for Dannaz Ladies. Jersey number 26. Coming out for talking about Fatima Bashir. She's being replaced by jersey number 24. Gift transition. First substitution of the match made in the 15th minute by Dannaz Ladies. And what is it that the coach must have cited one or two flaws in his team there. So I've made that substitution, but they still maintain their composure in this game, dictating the pace and throwing passes around from left to right on the pitch. Another move there by Edo Queens. Winifred Ayobora. Edo Queens should get a throw in there. Taken by Lovett Ede. Big one, Lovett on the ball. Marachi. Back to Levette. Dannaz steals the ball. But the Dolphins, we get another block to stop the attack of the white girls. That's room for the team. The Dolphins should be 3 goals up by now, because in the last 1 minute they've been able to get as many as 4 goals. Will they have more? Just as another 3 for the Dolphins. Levette still on the ball. Not minding aside in the midfield, Saidat, no doubt, has been a delight to watch in the last 10-15 minutes of this game. Taking them by happiness titles. But that will go up for a goal kick for Dannaz ladies. Goalkeeper apparently not happy. Our team is down by 2 goals, but I think there's little she could do to stop that goal. Probably should be thankful that the goals are more than 2 as we happen. Back in possession. Putting things down there in the midfield, alongside Doma Marachi and Winifred in the midfield for the team. That was a quick one overhead, bursting in there from the PSMSA. I'm sure what was up in his mind was to shoot a shot at goal, but Dannaz, just number 23, was quick to take that away from her for a corner kick. Talking about Toyiba Abdulaziz. Definitely finding it easy here with the display. I'm sure what it is that they are yet to break a sweat. Can see Dannaz looking visibly hungry at his players. The center referee dishing information, instruction there to those players. Clears, not properly cleared. An attempt at goal. But goalkeeper Ademola Morufa comfortably grabbed the ball like a baby. Dannaz player. Down the turf. Tricky. Into the things box, but cleared out again. And Johnny Lee on the ball. Finds Winifred, who runs down the line and sends in a cross. Goalkeeper rushes out. Another attempt by Chioma Moses. That is the third goal for Edo Queens. A fine job. Seeing that the goalkeeper had calmly she jabbed the ball in, and that is the way to get the top goal. You can see mistake there from the goalkeeper. It was a clearance actually, but lack of communication between herself and our defender led to that poor clearance that fell to the path of Chioma Moses, who sent in the third for Edo Queens on the day. It is Edo Queens 3, Dannaz Ladies 0. Who connect with Rebecca on the far right side of the game of the field. Ready to Happiness. The long one. But Winifred will find it hard to run up with the ball. That would be a throw in to Dannaz Ladies. As picked by the central referee. Foul through by Abdulaziz Noida. And that's Rachel Yopi. Okay. Dannaz with the fine form run there. But stopped again by Rebecca Debile at the heart of the Queen's defense. And the Queens once again advancing, but stopped. Goalkeeper Ademola Marufa definitely enjoying herself. But that was a costly pass thanks to the absence of any white and blue jersey to connect and punish the team for that. What to say that the centre back Rebecca did be there. But thankfully there was no Dannaz player to feast on the ball. Dannaz lady with the ball. Chest one down and celebrating off her ball. A big, more like a clearance into the for the Queens, but the Queens back in possession. Shoma Esther Moses. 4 goals already this season. A good cross into the box. Cleared out by White Jersey. The ball falls back to Winifred. Ball back to Happiness Title. Love it. Okay. Back to Titles. Titles same thing. A loop. And Jamie will connect to the ball. Can she make it 4 for the team? The referee's whistle is up. A fine game it has been so far. The last 3 minutes. Steals the ball from Dannaz. That is a good exchange of passes. And John Mary releasing a shot. 2 weeks somehow, but was a bit difficult for the goalkeeper. Happy Owobu to grab at first. Luckily for her, she was able to grab a ball. But it is back in possession. Choma. And John Mary gets a ball. Next Titles finds Rebecca Degule. Degule sends into the midfield for Maratu Udoma. Dannaz back on the ball. It's too long 1-4. I think they should catch up front. German at spaces are open because she's been denied access to the ball by the white and blue jersey. Free kick to Edo Queen. Sided Adebi all down on the turf. And so that will free kick from the right side of the midfield. Anton gets the ball, finds MMSN, looking for a player to connect with, he finds Lovett. Lovett throws in back for MM, but the ball is blocked. Part of the Queens. Ogbemudia gets the ball from side out, and the chairman S down the ball. Winifred. Love it. Levette again. Part of the half of the face. Now Happiness sent it through to the midfield. The referee signals for a foul there against MMS here. That will be a free kick to Edo Queens for the opening time. Waiting to the goalkeeper. Happiness back from the ball. Drives the ball and finds Angel Mary, who rushes back. That was something that you want to say an attempt at goal. But somehow a few wide off goal of any threat that they could back in possession. goal scorer for Dannaz is not also on the field as we speak. This is the end of the first half. We'll be back momentarily for the first half analysis, how the game went by against the Lagos-based side. And also through update from other centers in the NWFL Premiership. Match day 12. One here going down at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, Benin City, the heartbeat of Nigeria. It is the clear weather. Earlier, it showered a bit, but I'm sure that has not in any way affected the play from both sides. Probably with witnessed one or two slips by players, but that hasn't in any way given or had any influence on the game.
All right, the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium has been a stronghold for Coach Moses Aduku and his girls. They have delivered their biggest win consistently right here at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. And I can tell you for sure that it is halftime between Edo Queens and Dannaz Ladies. And Edo Queens go into this halftime leading 3-0. These 3 goals were courtesy of MMSC, and in the 3rd minute, you definitely want to say that Edo Queens are very notorious for their early goals in the NWFL this season. From the first stanza spilling over to the second stanza. Goals were courtesy of MMSN. Aside from MMSN, we also had Anjo Mary with that brilliant goal, taking it from the free kick spot. And then to add the 3rd one, we had Chioma Moses also on the score sheet. I would not be doing this alone because I will be having Bolaji join me for the analysis of the first half of the game this evening right here at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. Again.
It's nice to be here, like I predicted before the start of the first half.
Absolutely. You did say so.
Above 3 goals, so we should expect more goals in the second half.
Of course, you did say that, we had heavy downpour and we're also going to see rain of goals from the first half. And of course, you did also say that it's going to be 3 goals and above. And we've already seen these 3 goals. So how would you rate the first half of the game?
I would say brilliant first 45 for Edo Queens in this particular one. This is a game where we are seeing Moses Aduku not start each regular 11, only MMACN, as well as the lady on the left hand that is talking about Esther Moses are the regulars we are seeing for Edo Queens in today's game. You also want to add the goalkeeper Morufa Ademola for Edo Queens, and they have been very brilliant. They have been very composed. You see the way they play the ball, passes completed, you see tackles completed, interceptions also from the defensive line of Edo Queens. Brand new, I'll call them brand new centre back pairing. First time I'm seeing the centre back pairing for Edo Queens at Ogbemudia. The new signing for Edo Queens is really fitting in for Moses Aduku.
Absolutely.
You would say they are really preparing for the future, and the future probably is the NWFL Super 6.
Exactly, the NWFL Super 6, and we have just 2 games left before we get NWFL Super 6. And you did make mention of the new signings, the likes of Rebecca. Rebecca also has a goal for Edo Queens. She did score that during the second stanza this season, and she has been performing. Now, to talk about the fact that Moses Aduku did not take up his regular startups, like you said, we saw some of the new guns in the team come up for the starting 11. The midfield, of course, definitely been bossy right there by Saidat Adebi. And I want to ask you this now. There was a time I was having a conversation with someone, and they had talked about the fact that Edo Queens do not have the depth. Talking about the squad itself, they do not have the depth. Now, looking at what we've seen today, do you agree with that or not?
Well, that obviously is a very flawed statement, I would say, Nengi. We've seen 2 goals come from Anjo Mary in this particular game. Anjo Mary is not a starter for Edo Queens, but we've seen how brilliant she can be. We've seen, like you made mention, Saidat Adibi, even Udoma Amarachi in that midfield.
Yeah.
They have all been phenomenal for Edo Queens. We are seeing different players. Happiness also playing in this particular game. And it's not like they are just playing in this game. They have been brilliant in this game, and they've been very crucial to Edo Queens in this particular one. They seem to understand the tactics that Moses Aduku is bringing to the side, and they are playing definitely according to instructions, because we can see the results on the score sheets.
Let's talk about MMSN. Let's narrow it down to MMSN now. This season, yes, of course, she has been able to put about 4 goals for Edo Queens this season. But would you say that, unlike last season, do you feel she is struggling? She is on the struggling side for Edo Queens in terms of scoring goals for Edo Queens this season?
I would say for this particular game, taking it into cognizance, she has found it very hard to find the back of the net. She started this game playing right behind Anjo Mary, where Anjo Mary was playing more as a striker in this particular one. But we see more like a switch, a tactical switch coming from the manager, where Anjo Mary have dropped back with MMACM, moving forward to play as the particular striker in this one. But MMACM, she has had a couple of chances which have been squared off to her by Esther Moses, who have been very brilliant on the left, but she has been unable to capitalize on that one. But we still got the next 45 to go on to play.
Absolutely.
We can also see goals being scored in that particular 45. In the first 45, maybe she didn't get things right, but there is an opportunity for redemption for the lady MMAC, and an opportunity for her to increase her goal tally for Edo Queens.
Exactly. Now let's free kick Anjo Mary. Now we've seen magical touches to set pieces for Edo Queens in this 2024 and 2025 season, and we've seen that from Mafi Shere, nation of Kafayat Mafi Shere and Usain, that with the set pieces. Very wonderful one. Kafayat scoring about 4 goals from set pieces. And today, we just saw another one from Mary. Because I, for one, would say it was a powerful one.
shot, you would say, that led to the goalkeeper spilling the ball right into the goal net. The goalkeeper obviously didn't expect shot to a powerful shot. It was a direct free kick. The goalkeeper of Dannaz Ladies, interesting free kick, interesting goal, powerful, you'd want to call it. I'm not trying to think of used to qualify how powerful that shot is, because I myself, I didn't expect that ball to go in, but with the intensity of that shot, there was no way that wasn't going to be a goal.
Absolutely. And talk about Dannaz Ladies. So far, how would you start from the coming into the dressing room? You know, stadium. You do not have for Dannaz Ladies.
Poor, to be honest with you, these same Dannaz Ladies, they have struggled. They can't even maintain possession. They can't even complete their tackles. They can't complete their interceptions in this particular one. And in fact, it is becoming an interesting game for Dokunis, where they see that defensive line as well as the midfielders play with the ball. But for Dannaz Ladies, they are finding it very, very hard to hold on to possession, and they're finding it very hard for them to do anything meaningful with the ball in this particular one. As for Dannaz Ladies, they need to really up their performance in the next 45. Even if they're going to get a consolation goal, it's not going to come easy in this particular one. Probably an own goal for the Queens might be the only opportunity for them if they keep playing the way they played in the first 45.
I don't see that happening. Talking about an own goal.
Football.
Absolutely. But in this game, they would definitely be cautious enough not to allow that happen. Of course, with Ademola Morufa, one of the safe hands for Edo Queens, most especially she's the one in goal for Edo Queens today. Out the second half, what do you expect from Edo Queens in the second half? Do you expect them to double their goals up, or Dannaz Ladies to reduce the deficit?
I expect more goals in the second 45 from it. To go on to score as many goals. You can score up to 16 goals by home
One
team.
match.
We've seen it in the FA Cup, or for the women, that's the President Federation Cup.
You
We
can
can see
say
it in the NWFL. 16 goals is what I'm predicting.
You know, when we talk
End.
about teams who not even have, experience of what it is to senior ones. So it's quite different, Bolaji. I think I want to say that it's quite different when the
Queens
NWFL.
have played, and the way Dannaz Ladies have played, I expect more goals. I said above 3 now, thinking I will say above 8 goals in this game.
All right, let's just see. Thank you so much, Bolaji, for joining me
very much.
in the halftime. Now the second half, so Bolaji coming up with a lot more goals, but Dannaz Ladies. Yes, Ademola, and thank you. See you.
The biggest black nation on earth, Nigeria. It is the second 45 minutes. It's about to go down in the next couple of seconds between Group A, table topper of the Nigerian Women Football League Premiership 2024-25 season, Edo Queens, against Dannaz Ladies, placed 7th in the same table with 7 points. I think that is a kind of worthy position with worthy number of points gathered so far. 7 points to Dannaz Ladies, 7 points to Edo Queens. The reverse fixture took place at the Center of Excellence, Lagos State, and it ended 1-1 between these two sides. I think that was the first altering of Edo Queens' fine run in the new season. After playing about 3 games winning for them, they got drawn against Dannaz Ladies. No thanks to goal from Omotoke Ogunfuwa to equal Goodness Osigwe's goal for Edo Queens. And so far we have 2 players from Edo Queens who have scored 4 goals this season, Essien and Esther Chioma Moses. The 2 had 3 goals apiece alongside Kafayat Mabishiri, 3 goals before coming into this match. But the duo have scored the first and the 3rd goal of the match for the team to make it 4 goals for themselves so far this season. And Joe Mary, a veteran in the NWFL Premiership, added the 2nd goal. A fine one for her and a fine one for the team. We've got as many players on the bench that can be called upon. It is the second half. Then as it is, get us on the way in this game. I'm sure that coming into the second half, the coach of the side, Diana Johnson, assisted by Bashiru Fatai, would have had some pep talk with the players on how to take their time, be calm, comport yourself before you release your pass to your teammates. And I think that was somehow they are undoing the first 45 minutes. And the Queens feasted on that, capitalized on the errors, and were able to get their 3 unreplied goals to make it their 25th goal of the season. And for Dannaz Ladies, that would make it 19 goals conceded so far in 12 matches. And we wait to see if there will be any more goals from either the blue and white girls from Lagos or the all yellow girls based in Benin City, Edo State. And if you to Edo Queens, will quickly be taken by Ireti Ereton, who is starting the first match for the team this season. The first start, she's been awesome in this game so far. Jamal Moses. The ball gets to Memesian, but she's pulled down. And the referee says play on. Lovette finds Winifred. Ball back. The Dannaz Ladies still maintains the possession. And they do something, at least give a scare to the whole team. They pass into the midfield there for Rosemary Carrier. Pardon me, Olamide. Isika. Olamide send the ball to the left side. And that will be a cross into the box for Edo Queens. For Dannaz Ladies. Edo Queens goalkeeper. And Demola Marufa grabs that ball, throw into the field. A 1-2 pass between Esther Moses and John Baby. Well, Esther Moses on the turf after being stopped by jersey number 22 for Dannaz at the ball battle. The referee wasn't concerned about that one. But Edo Queens back in possession. Dannaz Ladies advances. Edo Queens stops the ball on the arc of the box. Esther and MM. Both have been getting it easy for themselves, with themselves at the front line. Alongside Anjo Mary. And with some movement from Winifred Oyebora, who has had enough advances into the opponent half for almost the entire duration of the first half. Saidat down on the top and the referee calls it. Saidat Adebili, not minding her size, has been a handful for Dannaz Ladies. In the middle of the park, and has in a lot of ways connected well with the likes of Matthew Duma and Winifred Oyebora. What a solid midfield pairing it has been for this target so far. A free kick to Edo Queens, taken by Dannaz Ladies. Dannaz Ladies on the ball. Laomi Akinola on the ball. What can she do with that one? Finds a teammate. The ball crosses to the boxer team. Dannaz to fight for the. That was an attempt by Dannaz Ladies. Adebola Balogun, the left back who finds a way into the final backside of Edo Queens, and with a right foot with an attempt at getting a goal. Fly away inches from goal. Edo Queens. Esther. Retiba to Esther. Esther connects with Saidat. Saidat finds and Joel. Very rough tackle on Choma Moses. But she's back on her feet. After the Queens get a free kick. These are 52 minutes of action. Edo Queens leads by 3 goals to nothing. Goals from MMSN in the 3rd minute. Opening the floodgate for what we've seen so far. 12th minute and John Mary doubled the lead for Edo Queens. Choma Moses, who just released the pass into the boxing team, got the 3rd goal and 4th for the season. Regardless of number of goals she's considered here, you need to say that Happy Wopo, the goalkeeper for the national team, has also been a couple of Grabi, as well as tried in the first half. So we need to see how many more he has to make in the second half. The Saidat finds right back there, Rayton. Looking to get it through. A very good clearance there from Jessica and Marachi and Miss Lema, the captain of the side. Good defensive work there against fellow jersey number 6, Ireti Eweton. Door to Ireti. Ireti sends in a cross. Laid down well by MMSN. Someone finds herself on the top, but the referee says, get up, fight for your ball. That'll be a freaking for Edo Queens. The referee calls for caution there. Side out just number 16. Against Augusta Chukuma just number 15. And Dannaz ladies, Rachi Ozona. She's been a delight to watch happening in the midfield alongside Side. Both have got this understanding between each other. Ladies attempted to make it 4. And with a centre back, Rebecca Debile, trying to bring something out of nothing there. Dannaz back in possession. That was a fine through pass. What will the forward do with that? Goalkeeper Demola Morufa rushes out. Yes. The joy is here, no longer coming. And you can see the supporters club of Edo Queens. I'm sure appreciating the Three Goals lead they have. They will surely need more in this run. Fantastic move there by Baker. Who got Ireti well connected with the ball. Baker again. Connected side that. Side that to Ando. Ando takes the ball and a loop for Winifred. I will connect our way back to Amarati. Winifred back to the ball. Anjo maybe. Mr. Moses. Esther Moses couldn't go past Adibola Balogun. That would be another throw-in for the Queens to be quickly taken by Ireti Rayton. And you understand that the first start for the team this season and it's been a good start for her. I'm sure the coach will be happy to see things at this play in the game. Edo Queens tried to make it free and John Mary with that hit there. Would have definitely been in contention for a goal of the season, but I tell you, it doesn't to be at all. A well-taken effort, but flying away. Making 3 substitution in here. Three substitutions made by the Queens. Perpetua Yuta, Favor Bassi, and Vincent Ezeani, all coming on the field of play with Rebecca. Adebile. Side out Adebile. Making way forward. Dannaz ladies with the substitution there. Fausat Idris is in for the Lagos-based girls. Coach Moses Aduku, with that three substitution, definitely is bringing in the players to have a feel of the game, and as well bringing some kind of renewed energy into the team with Willie Fred, Sidat, and Rebecca Adibile all coming out. Switching to a 3-4 or 3-5 formation. Left with three defend in the game. Edwin Levert, Tiger Happiness, and Rayton. Dannaz picks up the drop ball. That free kick taken there, you want to say, was angrily taken. Jersey number 7 allowed to be Isiaka for Dannaz ladies. I don't win again. The Dannaz ladies will clear off. 62 minutes of action. And we expect to have seen another goal in this game from the second half. Titus. Marachi. The door. finds Esther Moses. What will she do with that one? And that is a bit selfish play there. 2 players open for her. And that could have been the 4th goal for the team. But she decided to go solo. The goalkeeper, Happy Owoku, will grab the ball. You can see the bench of Dannaz ladies headed by Diana Johnson and Fatai Bashir. And John with a shot there. Hit by defender Amarachi and Nosilema. A good attempt, want to say, but unfortunately blocked by Dannaz ladies defender to bring about a corner kick for Edo Queens. The 8th corner kick day for the Edo ladies, and it will be taken by Ereton Ireti and making her first start in this game. Ireti with another cross into the box. Referee signals for an infringement there with a white and blue jersey down on the turf. Toyiba Abdulaziz in pain, rolling on the turf. But Ahmed, as led by Grace Yusuf, official of the team, will rush to the turf to attend to her. 65 minutes of action. Edo Queens 3, Dannaz Ladies 0. Update from another centers there. 72 minutes of action between Benue Queens and Ibom Angels, and it is the Macaulay girls that are leading 1 goal to nothing. Elsewhere, Bayelsa Queens are 1 goal up against Adamawa Queens. A goal scored by Delight Isaac in the 8th minute. Rivers Angels are 1 goal up against Delta Queens. The reverse fixtures ended in favor of Rivers Angels, as tinkered by the former coach of Delta Queens, Tosan Blancy. Delta Queens scored for a handball there, but referee calls for play on. Heartland Queens are also 1 goal up against Remo Queens, Remo Stars Ladies. What an initiative. What a pass. And what a clinical finish. Got him by Dannaz ladies. That was a terrific finish. That was a clinical one. Defense splitting pass. Net tearing shot. Goalkeeper Ademola Morufa has no response to that effort by Dannaz ladies. And the Lagos babes will be very happy that they are able to get one. We get to win this half. It could be a battle of win the first half and win the second half. The Christmas watch it. This is football. Anything is possible. 21 minutes left to be played. Regulation time. The Queen's lead 3 goes to 1 here. And for me, I think I haven't seen much impact from the substitute made by Coach Moses Adeku. The likes of Sexual Tuta, Essentia, Ideani. As well as favor passing. The substitution hasn't favored the coach because it has in turn favored Dannaz ladies, who have since the resumption have taken the ball to Edo Queens a couple of times. They kept and the door was eventually opened for them with a fine strike. I would say maybe more firing than the entire 3 goals scored by the Dannaz ladies again. The attack. Just as again was able to find a space in there. That throwing, taking, sends another into the box. But the ball is off for a goal kick to a goal kick. Since the X of Saidat Adebi in the midfield, it's been obvious that Oakland is lacking in creativity. Winifred also has been given a shoulder. The 2 were brought out. I want to say, despite having a fine run in the first half, Mr. Moses passes to the box 18. Laid down a pass for John Mary. She hit the ball, denied by the goalkeeper. Edo Queen still in possession, but Dannaz steals possession this time around. That was another good response from Edo Queen. A well laid down ball by Esther Moses, who I'm sure learned from her last ball that could have given the team the 4th goal. Laid it back for and John Maybe after walking past through Marachi Suleiman. Ando's effort was denied by goalkeeper. Happy Owobu for the optic time. Edo Queens with substitution here. Goodness Osigwe is coming on for Anjo Mary. And Husseini Miracle will be coming on for Ege. Goodness Osigwe getting a goal against Dannaz Lady in the first leg has been brought on to replace St. John Mary. And she would definitely be hoping to make another goal count for herself in this match. Amen. Finds Goodness, who in turn finds on the left flank Hosseini Miracle. Just as she did in the first match of the season at home. To try another effort here against the Dannaz Ladies. But this time around, there is no miracle force coming for the young lady. Hosseini Miracle is known for efforts like this. She's attempted about 3 or 4 hits this season with 2 goals from that. And from those, and they're now aiming at the third one. Goodness of the ball. Sent in into the box. I don't think we make it. No. Goalkeeper. Happiness. I hope we will be happy that the fourth goal will not be coming in now. The fine footwork. And getting past and Mata with a fine cross into the box. Ratio Kumko. Chema Esther. With a pass to Vincent Shaiziani. But that will not get to her. And back to the back line here. Dannaz Ladies steals the ball from Ireti. Dannaz still on the ball. Sent in one, but I don't think the defense line cleared. And there will be a throw-in for Edo Queens. The competition on the table in Group A before the commencement of match day 12 has Edo Queens on 29 points at the top. Remo starts with 25 points, plays second. National average on 24 points. Abia Angels 19 points. The Queens on 10 points. Martin Queens 8 points. Dannaz Ladies 7 points. And Confluence Queens yet to discover a good form for themselves this season so far. They placed 8 and 4 points. While in Group B, Bayelsa Queens before this match they topped the group with 29 points. 26 points for Rivers Angels. FC Robo Queens 19 points. 16 points, 14 points for Netherlands and Delta Queens respectively. 13 points and 7 points for Ibam Angels and Adamawa Queens, and the Benin Queens with 1 point. 17 minutes of action. Dannaz Ladies with a kick there to be taken by Captain Amarachi and Osilema. Not beyond the outfield. Dannaz Ladies still on the ball. But Miracle somehow finds herself in the center of the defense to get the ball. And then to Osigwe to Amarachi. Ball stolen from Amarachi. Dannaz Ladies on the ball. A good one from the white lady between two European midfielders. The Queens trying to get back possession from Dannaz Ladies, who are now advancing on attack. There'll be a corner kick for Edo Queens. Return Ireti with the clearance there. To be a corner kick for Dannaz Ladies to be taken by Adebola Balogun. Bola Afisat Send him onto the box. Edo Queens clear. Understand? Heads down. Controls the ball. In possession of the ball, finds what can happen in there. Will it be 4? No. No. That was a miss by goodness Osigwe. A fine run by Choma Esther Moses. Sending for goodness Osigwe, who controlled the ball very well. But our next step, indecision there cost her. And somehow she missed coming from that. Remember I said earlier that she got a goal away the first leg. Should have been another one for her to have scored again. Home and away. Dannaz ladies. Edo Queens. Esther. Choma Esther. Well connected pass there with Vincentia and Essien. Dannaz. Koko back, fighting for the ball. That's a good stop by Reti. Reti again finds Choma Esther. Choma Esther sends in a cross to the edge of the box. Met by a yellow jersey. An effort again. But goalkeeper rushes out to clear. "81 minutes of action, 9 minutes left in regulation time. Edo Queens still leading 3.
Your forecast will and then your game put up for 21. Your game.
Throw into Edo Queens. Marachi. They throw into Edo Queen. into the box. Dannaz ladies would have that one as a free kick. Rachi. The Queens clears back. Goodness. Husseini. Dannaz back on the ball. The Queens still. It's becoming a rough game at this point in time for Edo Queens, who obviously are anxious to get one more goal in the second half. The poor display so far, I want to say, as they have found it so difficult to get past their opponent, who I said it in the first half that got some pep talk from the coach of the side, Diana Johnson. He was assisted by Fatai Bashu, and they've been able to curtail Edo Queens, getting one past them in the second half so far. Poorly taking the effort there by Edo Queens. Dannaz ladies with a free kick, goal kick, back in possession. Pushing harder to see if they can get one more against Edo Queens. And then try to get one. Ahí está. The ball is stolen from and they're going to get a train there. Yita Perpetua taking the place of Ade Bile Rebecca. Moses Aduku obviously is not happy with his girls' display in the second half. But there's little or nothing he could do at this time. He could only dish out instructions. It's left for the players to get that utilized or not. Happiness titles on the ball. Yita. Fever Bassi on the turf. And that will be a free kick to Edo Queens. Conco sends one to the front. Vincentia couldn't just get to the ball on time. Probably the defense line of Dannaz were expecting an offside call
Apart from that, another bad
But Vicentia was well placed onside.
11%,
But unfortunately, she couldn't get up her pace to get the ball. 88 minutes of action. Edo Queens still lead 3 goals to 1. Here at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, Benin City, Edo State 93. 3 goals scored in the first half, 1 in the second half. Edo Queens still pushing to get an additional goal. Concord trying to find Esther. MM to the rescue. Esther fight for the ball. The ball falls to Reti. Reti finds the Concord again. Concord well dominating the midfield, controlling things comfortably and calmly. Hussein Miracle, Perpetual Ijita, Favor Basi. Have all come on to breathe some fresh air into the team, but that hasn't materialized into goal for the side. The free kick to Edo Queens after a bit of struggle there by Hussein Miracle. But somehow she should have released the pass to Amara Chokonko. Titus and Perpetua and Yita exchanging passes at the back line. Goodness found with the ball. Minutes of additional time. It is 90 minutes already. And just as raised, that is the number of goals recorded by the Queens in this match. And John Mary getting a goal for our team. MMSN getting the first and our fourth for the season. With Chema Esther Moses getting the third for the day. Also, at 4 for the season. The closest Edo Queens has come in the second half was a missed opportunity by Goodness Osigwe in the entire 45 minutes in the second half. Well curtailed by Dannaz in the second half. Well matched up by the Lagos Babes, who will be happy that they got to win the second half, but can only rule 2 more goals compared in the first half. So that have been 1-1, if you want to say, but the thing is that 3 goals to go, this is all about breaking. Edo Queens, more like in the last advance in this game. That was a poorly taken one from the defense line. Alright, Chokonko. The high one to the box for the Queens. Edo Queens back and attack. The Dannaz ladies. As I said earlier, I'm sure we'll be very happy that they're able to get the win part of the second half. Not like winning the battle or losing the war at the end of it all. A good display by the Lagos Babes, no doubt. We must give them the kudos for this one. Attack initiated by Dannaz ladies. Corner kick to them in reward of their effort. Dannaz in possession with the ball. Referee is back in possession. Hussein Miracle finds him Messian. Vincentia Ziani with the ball. Across with the and that is the end of the 90 minutes here with 3 minutes additional time. The Queens have won this one comfortably in the first half, you want to say, but the second half it wasn't too deep as they got one past themselves, courtesy of Dannaz ladies' effort in the second half. 3 goals from MMSN, Anto Mary, Choma Moses are enough for the home side to get this one done. Quick update coming in has it that advantages were forced to a 1-0 draw by Remo Stars ladies, while Benin defeated the Angels by 1-0 in another NWFL match played today. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your support for Edo Queens. The commentary for today's match comes to an end here. See you again next time. And when else I see you, it will be the last match of the season and last home game for Edo Queens, who have already secured a place in the Super 6 and would want to use the last one to say thank you to their fans. Up next is against Nasarawa Amazons, the team that has struggled under Christopher Danjuma and have in a long way found it difficult to impress their fans beyond Lafia box. Ball sent in into the box. I don't think we make it. No, in the center of the defense to get the ball. The ball in possession of the ball finds what can happen in there. Will it be four? The outfield is so difficult to get past their opponent. Yita. Throw into the field. A 1-2 pass between for almost the entire duration of the first half. Sidat down on the top and the rest in the middle of the park. And pass in. Let's start connect with Sidat. Sidat finds and Joe. Petit sends in a cross. Lay down well by. That was a fine through pass. What will the forward do with that game? And as well, bringing some kind of renewed energy into the team. Joe finds Esther Moses. What will she do with that one? Despite having a fine run of the back and has in, let's not connect with Sidat. Sidat finds and Joe. Petit sends